Welcome back to the Mosconi Cup, and thanks to Steve Davis, Europe have pulled back to 10-8 in the race to 12. This is Souquet against Daulton. Rack 4 already underway, the Europeans leading 2-1.
Red. Top left, we reckon. No.
He played the safe.
Played safe, yes. But has he brought it far enough down? I don't think he has.
No, he's not going to be happy with that at all. Shannon's got a shot on this 3 ball that he's certain to make. Getting on the 5's a little tricky. He's got to come a long way around that table to get back to that pink ball.
You'd reckon a player of his caliber, Shannon, you'd reckon he would whistle through this, according to Jerry's excellent jargon, a roadmap situation. Heart of the pocket.
He's done a great job here, Sid. He's cleared the obstacles. He's given himself an easy shot on the 5. On the 4, excuse me. Your pink ball color is still confusing.
Exactly, because it used to be purple. But we thought it was the green, which for those who watch in black and white was sometimes near the middle pocket. We had to change the color because the purple looked like the green sometimes. It's pink, it's the 4. He's now looking for a shot on the orange.
He's done that. He'll draw back off of this ball to get a little bit closer to that 6. And if he stays close to the rail, he'll have an easy position shot on the brown 7 ball.
Played in the 96 Mosconi, and I seem to remember he played well. Did Daulton. And, well, you tell me what emotion those two are showing, Johnny Archer and Mike Coltrane.
Well, he's got himself a shot on the 6 ball. He doesn't have an easy path to get back to the 7. He's going to have to use all his skill to get a good shot on that 7 ball.
America's Corey Dewell, one of the team, sitting with America's biggest fans. What sort of fans I'd argue with. I'd win if they were my fans.
He's collided with the 9. He did not want to do that. Now he's on the 50-yard line and a long way away from that brown.
Yes. Now this is, I'm not going to put the moxie on the Yanks, but this is too thin for comfort. It's very easy to lose the line on this brown and take it into the near knuckle.
He's done it. He's gotten a great line on that 8 ball.
You see, the great thing is he sort of epitomizes the game. That was the stroke of a surgeon near a major artery. His break is like butchery.
So far, the breaker has won every game in this match.
This 9 then, for 2 apiece, cranking up the tension here at your call.
Souquet comes to the table next with the break. There's Donna. That's Shannon's lovely gal. They run a pool room together in Somerset, Kentucky. They just opened that about a month ago.
And up there on the balcony with Johnny is our friend Mike Penoso from Chicago. Sitting next to Alison Fisher, who has just blitzed the American ladies pool scene, the world pool scene in the last 5 years.
She's won over half of the events that she's entered.
Player of the year, every year.
Every year.
Yes, the Duchess of Doom. Talking about Duchesses, Michaela Tabb taking massive attention to making the rack absolutely spot on.
5th rack, Ralf, Europe to break, 2 racks each.
The Kaiser.
Ralph wants to keep Shannon in his seat.
Give him the chair, I believe is the expression. Give him the chair.
Nothing worse than sitting in that chair. The balls fall for him. Let's see if he has a nice opening shot.
Has he ever?
He certainly does.
Blow 2 to the center.
He'll put the 2 ball in the same side pocket that the 2 balls on the break dropped into. Take a walk around the table. Right now he's planning out every shot in the rack.
And talking about racks, he's trying to keep Shannon on it. Torquemada did it. were hooks, pulleys, and chains. Ralph's trying to do it with a piece of stick. As Donna, his lady, Shannon's lady, say they're in this pool room, Kentucky. She discussing knowledgeably the shots. Which is Shannon was playing this layout there.
Sid, at some point in this match, Shannon has to break this pattern. He has to break Ralph's serve. Ralph had the first break, so breaker always wins. He's going to win this match.
We'll have some fun there in a 10-9, then we could have some fun in 11-11, and we could have some real fun if it got to the hill, as they call a deciding rack. Game, rather. Anyway, why do you think he's hesitating? That's just the usual Souquet plan, is it?
Yes, and he's concerned about getting to the 3-ball because the cue ball is going to come off in the opposite direction of where the 3-ball is. He's got to navigate some traffic to get a great shot, unless he decides to just stop it right there and take the long shot. He's still trying to decide which option he wants to use here.
Could there be the option of the bank? Because that would take the white. Or is that too risky?
That's a little too risky in this situation. I mean, he's certainly capable of doing that. He's decided to try and stay right close to where he was.
Yes, well, the line is thin, but this passes the orange, and one flick and it's in because it's only at the pocket, the red.
Yes, and the orange is the next ball up after this 3-ball, and he knows he's going to have a shot on that. He's bent to the shot.
Yeah, the game's come a long way since an American president was nearly impeached for having gambling furniture, i.e. a pool table in the White House.
Aye, a long way indeed.
Will he be happy with that? The crowd are.
Yes, he's going to be happy with this because the cue ball with a little bit of bottom English is going to draw over to the rail. The left rail as you're viewing it and come right back out for an easy shot on the 6. Shannon knows that Ralph has to make a mistake for him to get back to the table here.
Coming up late now, Jeremy Jones will play Europe Shamat. Then it's due to be Earl Strickland.
There's the mistake that Shannon's been waiting for.
Well, you called it. You must have had a crystal ball over there, Jerry, because you said that it could hinge on a mistake, because if it just went according to the break, it would go to Souquet. Now, the pattern could change, and I'm sure the picture on the American team faces could well change in the next minute or so.
Yeah, this places the onus back on Ralph. Shannon, if he can run this rack out and he's breaking the next rack, that really puts a lot of advantage in his camp.
You could call it a 2-rack potential here, because he will be breaking if he runs these out.
There's nothing to stop him from running this rack out.
And I've heard more enthusiasm for an outbreak of Berry. The crowd stunned by the twist here as the American poises to maybe dominate the match.
Shannon did not expect that cue ball to float over and put the 9 as close to his path as it has. I believe he's still got the shot.
That's right. He's lining up the brown, and he will. Oh, he's got the dead straight black top left. Now, will he top it through for position on the 9?
Yeah, he'll just let it roll forward a foot or so, and he'll have an easy shot on the 9-ball.
There's the top spin.
And this rack goes to Shannon. Souquet is feeling sick over there in his chair. 3-2. Shannon Daulton is taking the lead. He's broken Ralph's serve. Now Ralph really has to dig down deep to come back. Shannon's got a big advantage. He comes to the table breaking. Coming up next.
Well, come on, you rope. But they need a dash of hope. The captain made one mistake, but one mistake might be enough to give America the point you get from a game.
You'll notice when they're racking here, Sid, the 2-ball always goes into the back of the rack. The captains on both sides agreed to this pattern so that the 1 and the 2 will both go back down toward the breaking end of the table. Takes a little bit of the luck out of the game.
And also, they did move the rack a couple of days ago, a half a ball thickness to make it non-flukable.
Well, it's harder for that corner ball, what we call the wing ball, which in this case would be the orange ball and the black ball. It keeps it, makes it harder for those balls to go in the corner pocket, although they still do. As you just saw, the orange ball went into that corner pocket along with the 2, which got kissed in. And he's made 3 balls on that 9-ball break. 3-ball is his next shot.
And well, where does he try and thin cut the red 3 leftward?
Yes, he'll slice this ball into the corner pocket if he decides to play it, and I'm sure he will. It's a thinner cut than he'd like to have at this point in the rack, but he's comfortable with this shot. He does have some safety options, but as aggressive as Shannon is, I doubt that he will take those.
It's a race to 5. Daulton snapped into a 3-2 lead thanks to a mistake by Souquet. And the way these are lying, you'd better plug nickel to Fort Knox that it goes to 4-2.
What he's really looking at here is exactly where he wants to put that cue ball. He can take it down past the pink so that if he does happen to miss the 3-ball into the corner, that he would be safe. But then he would have a little bit harder shot on the pink.
I'm not trying to put no hex on him, but it is the most frequently cockeyed shot is the thin cut. Well,
the bank king decided to bank one. And he's done so well. He always does. He's very comfortable with that bank shot.
He's the sort of bank king who's never in the red, this kid. Watch this for precision.
Oh, he's got one of the greatest bank shot games in the world.
It never even whiskered the cush.
Nothing but net. Well, he's got an easy out here, Sid, and he's going to put Souquet in a pretty deep hole with a 4-2 lead.
Well, we have in this country a big argument over the euro. There's some euro skeptics about things looking septic for European at the moment.
Nice touch on that ball.
There's the captain who made one error.
Yeah, Souquet's watching things unravel for him right now. Well, Shannon's done his job.
There he goes then for 4-2.
4-2. Shannon's going to sit in the chair and relax. He's very comfortable. He only needs one more game.
Tale of twos it is. There's one very happy lady there, Donna, who's the lady of Shannon Daulton, who's 4-2 up against the Euro captain. Looking sick. Sicko to sick.
7th rack.
Archer on the balcony there.
By 2 racks to 4.
He's not grinning yet, Jerry.
No, he's got a long way to go here before he's going to smile. He's got to take this break. He's got to finish this rack off without letting Shannon to the table. And then he's got to get Shannon off the table when it's Shannon's break. It's quite a job.
All the pressure on Europe. They trail 10-8. And within this game, they trail 4-2.
Well, he gets to stay at the table. Next ball up is the 3-ball, which you see the red ball down by this side pocket.
He may be at the table, but there's no guarantee he's going to get a meal.
No, but this is a run that he's certainly capable of handling. Ralph's going to take just enough time to plot things out. Bend to the shot. Three ball goes just fine. He cheated that pocket.
Cheating the pocket for the non-cognoscenti is when you don't aim at the middle. You deliberately involve the knuckle.
He'll bring this cue ball back down to where he's shooting from for a shot on the orange.
There he is, the man who thought up the Mosconi Cup and has seen it flourish on TV and around the world, the one and only Barry Hearn.
All he has to do here, Sid, is stop this ball. He'll have a shot on the 7. He may choose to put it somewhere else if he'd rather, to move it off of the 7 toward the 8, but he's decided to keep it there. And the rest of this table is duck soup for this young man. This is rung 1 of a tall ladder for Ralf.
Duck soup it may be, son, but the consomme could go to Shannon. We reckon that only a mistake by the American. Save European. Back and forth shot. It's a parallel with the headstring shot, and this for 4-3, but Daulton will be coming in to break, and he's been breaking great.
4-3. Now Shannon Daulton prepares to do the same thing that Ralf just did. He's going to come up there and make that break shot and try to control the table. He doesn't want Ralf to get out of that chair one more time.
Right, this rack is absolutely vital, because if Shannon takes it, it puts the Americans 1 point only away from retaining the Mosconi Cup. The captain's face shows it all of the European side.
He's got to get a break, and he knows it.
But no sportsman likes to be in the position of hoping and trusting in a mistake. The whole thing about sport is to dominate the action. And there's a great chance here then for the USA to go 1 away from the Mosconi.
This is a big shot. Shannon's had a lot of success on the break so far. The pink goes into the corner.
How's the shot on the low ball? The 2, well, the low ball 2 could be in a lot worse positions as far as Europe are concerned.
Oh, yeah. Shannon doesn't have any trouble with this 2 ball, and unfortunately for Ralf, he doesn't really have a whole lot of trouble with the entire rack. The balls are laid out well for him.
Gotta be brutal. There was one slip, and it was made by the Euro captain. Let Daulton in to break the serve, and unless he makes a really bad error, nerves might come into this. Look at the speed at which he played that shot. That shows supreme self-confidence.
That was a courageous, courageous shot that Shannon just made. He must be feeling awfully comfortable to uncork that baby.
If that had been a millimeter off track, it would have bubbled in the jaws and could have gone anywhere. As it was, he sliced it in at a massively acute angle.
Shannon doesn't lack confidence. He knows the caliber of player that he is.
.303 Magnum, that's the caliber he is. He's a brilliant player.
He wants to put America on the hill. Worried about the foul on the 8 ball. If he touches it with the shirt, that'd be the worst mistake he could make.
Just nervously taps the chalk. Now then. I don't think he wanted to be that near to take the orange leftward. It's a little thinner a hit.
It
would be ideal, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't want this acute an angle, but the 6 is in a good shape for him. He can put that cue ball in a lot of places on the table and make it. He avoided the snooker on the 7 easily enough, and Ralf better get ready. The fat lady is warming up.
That's right, and the Euro fans are gobsmacked. Jose, can you see by the dawn's early light, Shannon could take them to the hill, as they say.
This has to be one of the most disappointing moments in Ralph's career. He's the captain of his team. This is the last thing he wanted to see happen this evening.
He just said, I'm going to do it now, baby. I think that was for Donna.
Yes, indeed. Shannon's put the American team on the hill, and the Europeans really have a long way to go here. They've got to win 4 before the United States wins 1 more game.